Um, all right, hi Sandra.
Hey, Marla.
So we're doing a little recording here of Sandra and I just to learn a little bit about yin yoga and self-massage. Yin yoga is different from our yoga fundamentals or our basic yoga classes, and Sandra is going to tell us why. And then she follows up every Thursday night yin yoga with a self-massage class. And so there are two different classes that you can take. A lot of people take them together. But I just wanted to ask her some questions today so you know what these classes are like. So Sandra, since you're the expert, Sandra's taken a couple of yin yoga trainings. Since you're the expert, can you tell us what the difference is between yin yoga and a basic yoga class or a fundamentals class?
Yeah, so a basic yoga class is going to tackle your muscle tissue and bone tissue, whereas yin yoga targets specifically the connective tissue of the body, the ligaments and the joints. And so in our regular practice or our fundamental practice, we typically move through postures at a little bit quicker of a pace. And they're not held so long. Whereas in yin yoga, the traditional hold for a yin yoga posture is 5 minutes or longer. They can vary anywhere between 1 to 5 minutes, but 5 minutes being the traditional hold. And they're all seated or lying down postures.
Okay, so when I'm thinking about taking a yin yoga class, I want to think about I'm going down to the floor and I'm going to do long held postures.
Correct.
And that gets me to the connective tissue.
Correct.
Is the connective tissue impacted during my basics class as well?
Yes, it is, but not to the same magnitude as if you were to hold the postures longer. In our basic class, we are moving through the postures. So yes, the movement does tackle the connective tissue, but the longer holds with the passive holds, the passive holds is what gets into the connective tissue.
So passive hold is like when you're supporting the body or there's some block or bolster or something supporting the body. Is that what you mean by passive?
No, I mean, coming to your comfortable edge. So typically in your basic class, you are maybe striving to go a little bit deeper in your posture. In yin, you never want to strive to go deeper. You just want to come to your comfortable edge and allow gravity and time to do the work for you and just settle into being within the
Oh, okay. So it has a little bit more of a meditative aspect. Is that what I'm understanding, with kind of longer holds and being in a space that's not pushing me into an uncomfortable feeling in my muscles, but kind of staying in a safe zone? Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct-ish. So you are coming to your comfortable edge. You're not pushing to go any further, but comfortable edge doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be comforted in the pose, or that you're not going to feel any discomfort, because the connective tissue holds the bulk of our emotional and physical traumas. So, you know, sometimes when we're holding there for that sustained period of time, a lot of uncomfortable emotions can arise, or physical discomfort can arise from either past traumas of the physical body, and or just tightness of muscle tissue, scar tissue, or the connective tissue itself.
And that does mimic my experience with yin yoga classes with you, that, oops, sorry. That does mimic my experience with you, because I have, when I've been holding yin poses for some time, I've noticed that I get a little bit more uncomfortable as the time goes on. So I know that we do need some support, right? Do we need blocks or cushions or pillows for this class?
Yeah, so it's ideal to have bolsters, large couch pillows, bricks. Um, in yin, we use our props to take the edge off the posture, but not fully support. That's what differentiates restorative yoga from yin yoga. In your restorative yoga classes, you'd have the props fully supporting you so that you don't feel any stretching or any strengthening. Whereas in yin, you come to your comfortable edge, and to take that intense edge off of it, you can use the proppings to hold you up slightly so that you're still feeling a stretch, but it's not too intense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sandra. And then right after we have self-massage class that starts at 6:45 right after. How would you describe that class?
So that class is for anybody who, you know, has tension in different parts of the body and would like to learn how to massage them out themselves. We target different areas of the body, sometimes larger areas of the body, sometimes smaller areas of the body. Typically, our work is done on a mat with 2 tennis balls or 2 balls that are the size of tennis balls. They could be yoga tune-up balls. Occasionally, we will use the wall or a chair or other props, but mostly it's meant for deep tissue release in different parts of the body. And it complements the yin practice because yin is digging into the fascial lines, as well as the tennis balls will even further that experience.
Yeah, they do work really well together now. I didn't even really realize that till you're talking about it, that both go really deep into the muscles, the connective tissue, and give you a new sense of kind of freedom, right, within our bodies after we do that. And you mentioned that we need tennis balls. You said 2 tennis balls or two yoga tune-up balls. So those are like rubbery balls that are about the same size as tennis balls.
Yeah.
And
Have them. Oh, I have them right over there if you want me to hold them up. Or...
yeah, sure.
Okay.
You do have them free.
So we've got the tennis balls. So we've got both tennis balls or yoga tune-up balls. So I know there's little kids play with these pink balls that they're kind of bouncy. They're about the same consistency and size as these. So if you have small children and they have those around, you can utilize those.
Yeah, we're really non-discriminatory about what type of balls, but there are benefits, right, to using different types. Like I know the yoga tune-up balls are a little harder than the tennis balls. Can you speak to that, the different types of balls?
Yeah. So if you're newer to the practice, I would suggest tennis balls. Tennis balls have a little bit more give to them, and they're slightly bigger than the yoga tune-up balls. And with having a little give and being slightly larger, they don't penetrate the muscle tissue and the ligament tissue quite as deeply as something that is firmer and slightly smaller. Some people like to work with lacrosse balls or golf balls, but those are if you're really looking to penetrate deeply into the muscle tissue. And that's for somebody who's well-versed in this and does it on a daily basis. Otherwise, for the general public or first timers, 2 tennis balls will work just fine.
Yeah, and I've noticed for myself too, if I'm working with the yoga tune-up balls, I much prefer doing things on the wall because it's a little bit more gentle. And then if I'm laying down on the balls, like I know what you did this week, you had the tennis balls and we were laying on them. And I know for me too, that is a better practice because the full weight of my body is on those balls. So,
right.
Is there anything else? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, yes, mat practice is very different than wall practice because the wall practice, is great for beginners as well, because you can choose your pressure. So if you need it more intense, you can press in a little bit more. If you need it less intense, working with the wall is great. And especially if you want to take this class, but you do have an injury, you could do the wall with less intensity rather than the floor. And I can always give those options during class as well.
Great. Is there anything else that someone need to know about either yin or self-massage before they take them?
For either one, you can be at any fitness level, you can be any age. I know specifically for yin, a lot of older folks really like to take the class because as we age, our connective tissue does tend to dry out and become brittle, which creates the arthritis in the different joints. And through correct yin sequencing and holds, it actually brings moisture back into the tissue, and with regular practice can begin to reverse the effects of arthritis and different joint issues and begin to heal the body. So yeah, as long as you can get down on a mat, the practice is great for everybody.
That's really important to know, because I do know a few yoga instructors that have been long-time yoga instructors and have gotten to a certain age where they think that Qigong is the best practice for them because of the gentle movements. And this just reminds me that maybe yin is another practice for people that are aging that feel a big change in their mobility or in their joints. And this is just another option. So thanks for highlighting that.
Yeah, no, it's a great option. And when I teach out in public, the bulk of my classes are probably people 45 to about 80. The bulk of them being in their 50s and 60s that really get a lot out of this practice.
Great. Well, thank you, Sandra, for your time and for sharing with us what the benefit of this practice is. I am also quite new to the yin practice, so I really appreciate learning about it.
Thank you.
All right.